Good evening and welcome to the City Council meeting for Monday, November 18, 2024. We will begin with a roll call and determination of quorum.
Lehman. Here. Maher. Here. Roberts. Here. Stroman. Here. Pettigrew. Here. Sechrist. Here. Bieberdorf. Here. Ham. Here. Evans. Here. Roseland. Here. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Next, is our invocator here? I'm not sure I see him. So what we'll do is we will rise, do a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. If you're able and willing, please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Next, I'll entertain a motion to adopt the agenda. Motion by Roberts, second by Roseland to adopt. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Well, to kick us off tonight, we have something special. We are going to honor and recognize the Stevens High School girls tennis team. So you all want to come up front, and I'll come up front. Greg Stroman's going to join me, and we would love to honor you tonight. Well, we're here tonight to celebrate quite an accomplishment as we have, look at this amazing, talented, and obviously championship-winning tennis team. How's it feel? Do you play like We Are the Champions on repeat? Did that happen? No? That was back in my day. I'm just showing my age. But congratulations. Rapid City sure is proud of you. And tonight we want to honor and celebrate your achievement. The Rapid City Stevens girls tennis team scored an impressive 509 points for the team title, far outdistancing second place Sioux Falls Lincoln. Good job. This is the seventh, can you believe this? The seventh team state championship for the Raiders girls tennis squad since 2002. Third in the last 5 years. Wow. How many of you have been around for the last 5 years? That was a trick question. But you've been around within the last 5 years. I know, I'm so mean. Look at that. Yeah, that's good. They achieved a perfect undefeated regular season, going 25-0, which is really impressive. The Raiders collected 6 of the 9 flight championships, winning 4 singles flight titles and 2 doubles flight titles. The team also earned 2 third-place finishes and a 4th-place finish. I'm going to come down this list here. And there's so much stuff here, it'd take us a while, but winning is a tradition with the Raiders tennis program. The Raiders have been first or second 35 times in girls and boys tennis. It is really, really impressive. How popular is girls tennis at Rapid City Stevens? There were 43 girls that made up the Stevens girls tennis program this fall, which is awesome. All this great success and more may be on the way. The Raiders have only 1 senior on the squad this year. Who's the senior? Wow, there you are. And so you're going to win again next year. You're going to dominate, aren't you? And you're going to cheer them on? All right, I like that. Obviously, this doesn't just happen by accident. We know it takes great coaches, great parents supporting. I want to give credit to the Raiders coaches, of course, head coach Jason Olson, along with Ryan Schauberg and Paul Hendry. You guys raise your hands so everybody can recognize you. So, before I turn it over to Coach Olson, I want to share this. October was a big month for Coach Jason Olson. He was inducted into the Rapid City Stevens Hall of Fame. We also want to recognize Jason for taking a lead role in the massive renovation project at the Sioux Park Tennis Complex, which was completed last December and open for play. The facility, which was recognized this summer by the U.S. Tennis Association as one of 41 winners of the Outstanding Facility Awards program, hosted this year's championship and received rave reviews from players and fans alike from across the state. So a real big congratulations and shout out to the city staff who helped make that happen, the city council who brought that to life. Councilor Stroman's here because he was a big champion for that as well, so make sure you give him a big thank you. But obviously the leadership of Coach Jason Olson. So Coach Olson, before I hand out my challenge coins to your team, I give you opportunity to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you, Council. This was the new facility. It was just amazing. It wouldn't have happened without the vision process. And there's a lady sitting out there. I know I get a lot of the credit, but I have to give just as much or more credit to Leisha and Shannon. They did so much this year, and I know you guys got to know them pretty well through the whole process. But Sioux Park is an amazing facility. Everybody that came, the crowds were bigger than going to Sioux Falls. People wanted to be here. Just obvious that we did a good job, and it's great that we're here. And to win in our own city was excellent. It was awesome. These girls are the most humble group of girls. When you said we're going to win next year, if you saw them all just like, because we don't talk about that. We just talk about the match that's in front of us and do the best we can. And all these girls you see, this is kind of our traveling group. And we didn't just win at the state tournament. Our JV went undefeated and won the Mitchell tournament for the 4th year in a row. It's kind of, they call it the Futures tournament. We go across the state. We travel with 43 kids. Nobody else does that. We do it. And we do it because we want these kids to keep playing tennis. And we're lucky. I mean, we have some awesome players here. Brooke was our only senior, and Brooke didn't, everyone thinks you have to play tennis your whole life. Brooke didn't officially really start tennis until her 9th grade year when she really got serious about it. When she was in 7th grade, she decided to come out for tennis only during the COVID year when I was allowed to do lessons without the city being there. And I cleaned the bathrooms. That was kind of our job, how we got to do the lessons. And Brooke was in a class with 11 boys and her. And so I didn't think she learned anything about tennis that year because they were all on their friends and stuff. But she got really serious and just showed you can start tennis at any time. And even though she wasn't able to win a state title this year, coming in 3rd place, it really is her first year playing varsity, was a testament of what this program's about. We have girls that play all the time, and we have girls that just started tennis a couple years ago because they were in our English class or they had somebody else that wanted them to play tennis. And, our goal is we let everybody come out for tennis. We don't cut because you never know who's going to develop into a state champion, and we're real lucky. I mean, to win the titles that we've won it's such a great feeling, but the van rides, the bus rides, the songs on the way into Rapid City where the bus is shaking so bad I don't know how we don't get pulled over sometimes, the little mini bus, because they're singing and dancing. It's kind of a tradition that started a long time ago, and we call the girl every time when we're coming in to say we're playing your song again. But these girls are like family to us. I'm happy to come back here because we haven't got to see them every day. I don't teach there. I teach at Southwest. Mr. Hendry and Mr. Chalberg there, they both teach there, so they get to see the kids. And we're just lucky. He played for me. Ryan did, my assistant coach, played for me, worked for me, babysat for me. He said I never paid him for babysitting, but we went out to coach's dinner the other night, and one of our players babysat. And this is what these guys are. They're like a family. And I just want to give them credit right here and just talk about them real quickly. Our number 1 player, Bella, raise your hand. Bella was been a state champion in singles many years. This year she came at Flight 1, got 3rd place, but also was a Flight 2 doubles champion, which I think that's her 3rd individual title, and been part of this whole role. Sylvie Mortimer, the person that made your heart stop during the state tournament, came back from so many huge matches and won the Flight 2 singles championship, which with a great tournament, and they got 4th place at 1 doubles, which is a ton of points. Our number 3 player can't be here tonight, but Ella Potvin, she was a singles champion as well for the 2nd year in a row. Our number 4 player, Maddie Marsh, tied the all-time record of Stevens players. She went 60-0 this year. Did not lose a match in singles or doubles, winning her singles and winning her doubles, which was pretty awesome. My son was 59-1, so he was pretty happy, actually. Thought it was a pretty cool feat that his record got broke. Our number 5 player, she was our little cardiac kid, too, this year, and just grew so and just competes all the time, and she was also a singles and doubles champion. Our number 6 player over there, Brooke, she got 3rd place and did not play varsity doubles, but played Flight 4 with her partner Kai over there and had a lot of big wins. And Elena Braun played Flight 2 doubles, 1st year in the varsity lineup, and was state champion. And they were down pretty big, and she hit some some of the two biggest first serves I think I've ever seen. The pros would have liked to hit those first serves at that time. And the rest of these girls were all part of the team that were part of our kind of our traveling group. You know, they were Kaya, raise your hand, Kaya, Bella, Bailey, who was our little young 7th grader, get to play her in basketball in a couple days. All right. Allie, raise your hand. And, oh, Presley hiding up there too. We had a couple kids that are missing. We would have liked them all come, but we didn't want to storm it like we did during the time we were trying to get you to build the courts for us. But what we just appreciate it, and I say thank you to you guys all for supporting in Rapid City, because, you know, the next thing we need to do is we need to build a track for the track tournament to come back out again, because people want to come to Rapid City. We have an amazing place to come, and the average stay was 3 nights at this state tournament. Some people were there till Sunday, and our tournament got done Friday because they just love the hills, and our tennis courts kind of make a big deal with it. And we're gonna have we have a level 3 national tournament coming this summer, and that wouldn't happen without the city council. And we might have still had the state tournament, but it wouldn't have been the same feeling. We're just lucky. If you haven't got out there, we invite you to come out there. And if you want to come for city rec lessons, my boss is over there, but you can come try a lesson for free, adults. I'll come give you a lesson at 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning for free. Get you out there and see what we have at Sioux Park, because it's an amazing facility. So thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. So before you leave, I'm going to give you each a challenge coin because you earned it. And I like what Coach said. Even though your chances look good next year, you know you're going to have to earn it. And by the way, I graduated from Stevens, so you sure do make me proud. And we're very excited for you, and we really congratulate you, and grateful that you could be with us tonight. So I'll give you a challenge coin, and you don't have to stay here all night unless you want to. You're welcome to, but thank you all.
They couldn't be here last time because they were all getting inducted into the Honor Society.
Well,
So good student
wow,
athletes.
incredible. Will you give one to your missing
Yep, I will, for sure.
coach? Thank you.
Kyle just gave hers away like she gave me her cupcake at the team dinner. They had a family thing or something. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Well, that was great. We will move on to general public comment. It's a time for members of the public to express or discuss concerns to the council on any issue not on the agenda. Action will not be taken at the meeting on any issue not on the agenda except by placement on the agenda by unanimous vote of the council members present. I do not have any speaker request forms. All right, we're good. So we will open, and now we will close public comment and move on to non-public hearing items 2 through 40, and we will open public comment. For items 2 through 40, I do not have any speaker request forms for those items. So we will close public comment and move to consent items 2 through 34. Would the council wish to remove any item for separate consideration? Councilor Roberts.
Yes, I need to remove item 3 because I need to abstain from it. I have some property for sale within that TID district.
Duly noted. Thank you. Any other items? Got a motion by Lehman with a second by Ham to approve the all items 2 through 34. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries with one abstention on item 3 from John Roberts. Oh. Heidi,
Sorry,
you're chiming in.
Yeah, we need to pull item 25, please.
We got moving very quickly, didn't we? Is that fine with the motion makers that we? All right, we're going to pull item 25. And who's speaking to item 25? Director Ainsley.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. For item 25, one property owner, the Kefferts paid the $485 assessment.
Okay. Got a motion by Lehman with a second by Roberts to approve with the exception of the item noted by the Director Ainsley. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. That takes us to the end of consent items, and we will now move on to non-consent items 35 through 40 and open public comment for items 35 through 40. I do not have any speaker request forms, so we will close public comment and move on to item 35, first reading of ordinance number 6641. An ordinance to amend Chapter 8.24 of the Rapid City Municipal Code to adopt the 2024 International Fire Code. Move to approve. Second. Motion by Maher, second by Roseland to approve. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 36, first reading of ordinance number 6639, an ordinance amending Section 17.06 of Chapter 17 of the Rapid City Municipal Code. A request by Eduardo Lopez for City of Rapid City Public Works Department for rezoning requests from Low-Density Residential District 1 to Public District for property generally described as being located at 3008 Springbrook Road. This was the recommendations to continue to the December 2nd City Council meeting. Second. Motion by Lehman, second by Roberts to continue to December 2nd. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 37. Approve request from FMG Engineering for a variance to waive the requirement to install sidewalk along Harley Drive and Tatanka Road per Rapid City Code. And with that, we will go to Councilor Pettigrew.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to make an alternate motion that we waive the variance for Tatanka Drive, but we require that it be put on Harley Drive. Harley Drive is a city street, Tatanka Drive is not. And as I mentioned in Public Works, if we don't start putting sidewalks in these developments, they never get put in. And I gave the example of Rushmore Industrial Park, where now we're trying to
All right. First of all, do I have a second for that motion? Okay, we got a motion by Roseland. Then you can continue. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor. If we don't do it now, they're never going to get put in. And yes, today there isn't a lot of activity back there, but I've been behind that area during the rally, and there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of people walking down the middle of the street. Now, a sidewalk is not going to accommodate them, but it's a start of a plan to institute that we have sidewalks throughout Rapid City. Thank you.
Okay, so the motion on the floor is to waive the variance for Tatanka Drive, but require that Harley Drive be put in, correct? Yes. All right. Based on what I'm seeing here, let's go to a roll call vote, please.
Pettigrew? Yes. Seacrest? Yes. Bieberdorf? Yes. Ham? Yes. Evans? Yes. Roseland?
Yes.
Lehman?
Yes.
Maher?
Yes.
Roberts? No. Stroman?
Yes.
Passes 9-1. Well, it was a recommendation of a split decision pretty much at council. That's how I thought it was going to go, but you never know what to expect here tonight with a compromise like that. Okay. Sorry to make you go through that. Guess you're all on record on that one. Item 38, a request by TUI Design Group for Kent Hague for a preliminary subdivision plan for proposed lots 4 and 5 of Block 2 and lots 1 through 7 of Block 4 of Moon Meadows Park subdivision, generally described as being located southeast and northeast of the intersection of Highway 16 and Moon Meadow Drives. The recommendations to approve with stipulations. Motion by Lehman, second by Seekers to approve with stipulations. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 39, a request by TUI Design Group for Meadow Valley LLC for a preliminary subdivision plan for proposed lots 17 through 21 of Block 4, lots 23 through 27 of Block 6, lots 28 and 29 of Block 11, lots 12 and 13 of Block 12 of Apple Valley subdivision, and Tract 1 of Popple subdivision, generally described as being located north of the intersection of Anderson Road and Highway 44. The recommendations to approve with stipulations. Got a motion by Roberts, second by Seacrest to approve with stipulations. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 40, approve the attached list of 2025 alcohol beverage license renewals, which have been vetted and approved by the Rapid City Police Department and the Rapid City Fire Department. Motion by Lehman, second by Roberts to approve. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. That takes us to public hearing items 41 through 44. We will open public hearing or comment for items 41 through 44. I do not have any speaker request forms, so we will close the public hearing for items 41 through 44 and move to consent public hearing items 41 and 42. Got a motion by Seacrest to approve 41 and 42? Second by Maher. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Item that would take us to the end of the consent public hearing calendar. Move on to non-consent public hearing items 43 and 44. Item 43, approve resolution 2024-092, adopting a 5-year plan of projects and programs to be funded from the vision account of the City of Rapid City's Capital Improvements and Vision Fund, and establishing the allocation of funds between the funding priorities included in the plan. This was continued from the previous City Council meeting.
Motion to approve.
Got a motion by Maher with a second by Roberts to approve. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, Pat just chimed in. You were just waiting till the last minute there.
Like Bill does that all the time.
All right, Pat, you have the floor, sir.
I'd like to make an amendment, I'm not sure how to read this right, to make an amendment to the community projects recommendation to increase the nonprofit endowment fund from $1.3 million to $5 million, with the increase of funds coming from the comprehensive plan.
Okay, do we have a second? I'll second it. Is that Bieberdorf? Yep. Okay, so the substitute motion is to approve, but with one adjustment of increasing the nonprofit endowment from 1.3 million to 5 million, with that 5 million coming from the category of the comprehensive plan projects. Okay, let's go ahead and go to a roll call for that motion. Did you have any other comments?
No, that's
Okay.
fine.
Heidi.
Stroman,
No.
Pettigrew.
Yes.
Seacrest. Bieberdorf.
Yes.
Ham. Evans.
No.
Roseland.
Yes.
Lehman.
No.
Maher.
Yes.
Roberts. Tie vote.
Tie vote, I will go no. Oh, yeah, good point, thank you. But it dies anyway because Yep, dies for, that's right, we're allocating funding, council's reminding me we're allocating funding, and so my motion, my tie break doesn't really matter. Now we're back to the original motion, which is to approve, and we will now go to Councilor Stroman.
Thank you, Mayor. I would just like to maybe make a compromise between what Councilor Roseland had suggested or moved for. And so I would move that would be, instead of 5 million, it would be 3 million.
Taking from where?
Same. from
Same.
Comprehensive.
All right, so Stroman has a motion to increase the nonprofit endowment to 3 million with those funds coming from the comprehensive plan projects. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we got a second by Pat Roseland. Okay, let's go. Councilor Sechrist, do you want to speak on this item?
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to just chime in and talk about what would it look like if we had the Citizen Project 5 million and the endowment combined together so that we could move forward with the Citizens Committee recommendation on taking a look at the endowment funding at the 6.3 million total. Just that could potentially leverage for a much larger endowment and allow us to seek out matching funds from other community foundations. So I realize now this is tied into the vote or the motion that's on the floor, but that was just what I wanted to offer. Thank you.
Okay. Councilor Maher.
I'm canceling.
I got you in there. Oh, you just bumped out. All right, you're out. Councilor Pettigrew.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just wanted to make sure that the way I understand it, the 3 million won't come out of
The difference.
The difference between the
difference.
two. Yeah, thank you.
Good point of clarification. So it's 1.3 to 3 million with that remaining difference coming from the comprehensive plan. Let's go ahead and go back to a roll call vote, please.
Lehman. Maher.
Yes.
Roberts. Stroman.
Yes.
Pettigrew. Sechrist. Bieberdorf. Ham. Evans. Roseland.
Yes.
Motion passes 8-2.
Very well. So that is 8-2, and what we did tonight was simply set the budget. We will have subsequent resolutions that will allocate the process and the way that will go, and we'll be able to have more conversations more specifically about each of those. So thank you, everyone. Item 44. Second reading of ordinance number 6637, an ordinance amending section 17.06 of chapter 17 of the Rapid City Municipal Code. A request by Advanced Design Engineering and Surveying Inc. for Ham Living Trust, Dinar Ham Living Trust, and Christopher Ham for a rezoning request from no use district to general commercial district for property generally described as being located north of the Sheridan Lake Road and between Muirfield Drive and Dunsmore Road. Got a motion by Roberts, second by Maher to approve. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We now have a need to go into executive session to discuss with legal counsel on potential litigation. Do we have a motion? Motion by Lehman, second by Roseland to go into executive session. All in favor? Any opposed? We're in executive session. Thank you. we have a motion to come out of executive session? Got a motion by Secret, second by Roberts to come out of executive session. All in favor? Any opposed? We're out of executive session. Now we move on to the bill list. With that, we go to Daniel Ainsley, Finance Director.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The total bills for tonight are $14,788,713.58.
Motion by Roberts, second by Roseland to approve. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Very quickly, I want to let the public know that the council has signed a congratulatory letter to both Governor Nome and Senator Thune for their recent appointments. And so we're getting that signed and we'll send it off to them. We certainly pass along our congratulations. And Councilor Stroman, you have the floor for a point of personal privilege.
Well, I was just going to throw it over, make sure, remind you, Mayor, well, anyway, we've passed on consent, we passed on the new fire code, and we did that without any discussion because it was so well done, but it was done without recognition of all the work that Battalion Chief Chip Primus and Chief Culberson and whoever else worked on it. They put a lot of work into that fire code, and I think that we need to be cognizant of that and thank them for the work that they did on that.
Duly noted. We'll make sure that they pass that along. Thank you. Kevin Maher.
Yeah, I'd just like to challenge the counselors that in early December, the Lakota Nation National or the Lakota Nation Invitationals in Rapid, I would like to have a hand games team compete. And we only have 2 people on the team now, so I need 2 or 3 more members of the council to participate. It takes about an hour on a Friday morning. It's a lot of fun. And you get that, not only do you get to play, but then you get to watch all these high school kids from around the state. It's very interesting. So please email Nicole if you're willing to be on the team. Thank you.
All right, and Councilor Roberts.
Thank you. I had to get my 2 cents in too about the fire code. I wanted to tell our fire chief what a great job he did with that too, in reaching out to the stakeholders, because that's one thing that we've been kind of lax over the years, is reaching out to the stakeholders. And it was amazing the kind of support he got for that. He did such a good job with it. So I just wanted to say congratulations to him, and I hope every other department looks at the way he did that. Thank you.
That's a great point. We did make a concerted effort, our fire department, to reach out to stakeholders and obviously reach out to the council before it's brought publicly. I think that's the way to do things. I appreciate you all sharing that. The team, they did a fantastic job, and the rest of the departments will take note. Thank you. With that, we'll look for a motion to adjourn. Motion by Ham, second by Bieberdorf. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.